Hi guys, welcome to another live feed. This is Lydia, the lifestyle coach, and we are ending eating disorders. And welcome on, you guys. It is so fun to see you here. So glad that you're part of this community with us getting free together. It's been incredible to see how quickly this group and this community has grown. I mean, just tens and thousands of us now, all getting free together. So glad that you are here and coming to you with a really important topic today, because one thing about what we're going to talk about today is that it's an issue that happens that people don't know is a problem until it's too late, until it's way past the point of being able to fix it. So what I want to help you guys do today is to identify this early on and be proactive about it, so it's not something that you realize happened and it's, at a point where you can't fix it anymore. So today we're going to talk about 6 ways that you're knowing that you're never going to lose weight again, where weight loss is an impossible thing for you, especially on a diet. And this is something that a lot of people don't know happens. Like, people just assume that they will always be able to lose weight. And that's an idea that actually perpetuates eating disorders is, oh, well, I can always lose the weight. Oh, I can always lose the weight. I can always start over tomorrow. And that's not true. It's just simply not true. And then as people do more research and they realize more, they understand, like, no, your metabolism is done and you will never lose weight again. You will push your set point up to a place where it will always be that or higher, and it only goes up. And that weight, that goal weight that you wanted to be at some point, or you were at some point, you will never touch that for the rest of your life. But a lot of people are, like 4 phases into this, and they don't realize what's happening because they don't even know it's a thing. So I'm just going to be super open with you guys and let you know sort of exactly what happens so you can be aware of this, and then most importantly, be able to do something about it. So hello, welcome you guys. For those of you joining, feel free to write comments, ask questions. I'm here live to interact with you guys. Or if you're not listening live, then you can still interact with the group and you can still interact with us, just not live, because that's how live things work. They're only live once. So again, this is Lydia, the lifestyle coach, ending eating disorders, and let's go ahead and hop right into it. So here's what happens is, you gain weight and it's frustrating, but you just know, like, okay, well, I'll lose it again, right? It's like you're a tenacious person, like you'll keep trying. And so you go back to what worked before, I'm putting that in quotes, and it's harder than last time. So the weight loss is slower, and then you fall off the wagon after like a week, where last time you could do it for a lot longer. So you're frustrated with that thing because it doesn't seem to be working anymore. And so you try something new. And there are so many new diets and you feel super inspired. Like, you get newsletters about new diets, you see them in magazines, you see, your friends posting about it. Oh my gosh, I didn't even think of that before. Like, I just need to find the right way of eating so it's all going to click and it's all going to work. Okay, awesome. And so you try something new. And you're hearing about all the success from all these other people, and you just know, like, this is the thing. In fact, these things that you're trying, they're not even diets. They're ways of eating. And yeah, you're going to lose weight, and that's what you want. So that's great. So you're going to do that way of eating that's not even really a diet. And so you try that one and you're all in, and let's go. And you go to the grocery store and you get all the foods that you need because this is your new lifestyle. And this is going to be it. And that old thing isn't working anymore. And that's fine because now you have this new thing. Okay. And it only lasts for 2 weeks. Yeah, that's so weird. Like, the first time I tried this, like, lasted for 6 months. And after 2 weeks, like, you lost some weight, but it comes back and you fall off the wagon. And so you try again and again until no matter what you're trying, and you're skipping around to diets. I mean, maybe every week, right? Like every Monday you're starting something new, and you feel like something is really wrong with you because no matter what you're doing, you can only stick to it for a few days. So all signs point to it's nothing to do with that way of eating that everyone else is successful on, or so you think. It's got to be you, right? You're the variable. You're the one who can't stick to anything, no matter what it is, for more than a few days. And so you really start feeling like there's something wrong with you. So you start trying things that are more extreme because, I mean, something's wrong with you, right? So you've got to try something that is more extreme. So now you're taking pills, and now you're injecting your stuff with stuff, your body with stuff. And now you're going to some center, and now you're, trying something that isn't quite legal here, but like, that you can get it from this one place, and like, but that's going to be the answer. Like, it's worth it if it works, right? So you just keep on trying stuff. And yeah, it's sort of risky for your health, but you sort of like put that in the back of your mind because you're like, but this weight is not good for my health. So I've really got to do something to lose it. And then you feel like you just don't have any willpower anymore, because even with these more extreme things, you're still not sticking to them. You know what you need to do intellectually. You've been through 25 diets now. You know everything about all the foods and all the everything. But it doesn't matter how much you know, you just don't see yourself doing it. So you think it's a willpower problem. And then you realize in horror, a year later or 6 months later, that the scale is right back to where you started. When you were at that place where you're like, this is an emergency and I have to do something about this. And after a year of trying, you're right back to the same place that you started, and you've lost no weight. You just lost and gained and lost and gained. So we actually had a client come to us who had tried to lose weight for an entire year, consistently trying to lose weight for a whole year. And at the end of that year, she was 5 pounds heavier than when she started. And she's like, I'm never going to get that year back. Like, that is a year that I spent dedicated to weight loss, and I'm 5 pounds heavier than when I started. And it gets really confusing of why it keeps getting harder and harder. So the solution is like, what you need to do has nothing to do with willpower. Willpower is an inexhaustible resource. That's not going to last for anything. But with all of these different diets, you're teaching your body and your brain how to not lose weight. With every new diet that you do, with every time that you try to lose weight, you're literally teaching your body how to be resistant to weight loss and how to be susceptible to weight gain. It's literally, if you like outline, like with no, like completely objective, right? If you like had some alien come to Earth that's just like, hey, we need a recipe for how everyone can gain weight and just keep getting heavier, we'd be like, oh, look, pick any of these diets. All of these have the elements of what it takes to teach your body how to gain weight and make it really resistant to losing weight. And so people think it's something wrong with them, but the problem is that the method that they're losing is teaching their bodies to do the opposite thing of what they want it to do. Your body is not designed to be thinner and thinner. Your body is designed for survival. And when you push all of those survival buttons in your body saying like, hey, we're starving, it's going to start fighting you on that because it doesn't want to waste away, even if it's fashionable. Your genetics do not know that it's fashionable to be starved or to manipulate your body into losing weight. So many of our clients come to us because like these Band-Aids are not working anymore. Like all the diets, they're simply just not working anymore. And what used to give them some relief is, to get off some weight, and just to have a quick fix and, oh, I just need to feel better. I just need to lose these 10 pounds and then I can really focus on what I need to do because this is just driving me crazy. Like that doesn't work anymore. And they're terrified because what happens is when you keep binging and you can't restrict anymore, what happens when you continue to binge and then you cannot restrict anymore? That's why people reach new highs in their weight over and over, where every pound gained is a pound that they will never lose. There's no more undoing the binging. There's no making up for that anymore. And so what we're going to go over are the 6 ways to know that you'll never lose weight again. And you want to be able to really look at these so you can catch them early on, so you don't have to wait until nothing's ever possible for you. Now, you can be healthy at lots of different weights. It's very difficult to be healthy when you're binge eating and when you have an eating disorder. And so, but I mean, you can push up your set point weight 100 pounds and still be a healthy person by doing healthier things. But you will just need to be that 100 pounds heavier for the rest of your life. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like you can do that. But for a lot of people we work with, like they don't want to be that far away from just their natural build. If your natural build is, whatever weight you're at right now, okay, awesome. But for a lot of us, we're not our natural weights. We're not our first sort of set point weights because the binging has driven up our set point more and more. And that's why we're having so much pain. And that's why we're having so many health issues, because it's the binging that's driving up the weight. It's not natural the way that our weight is. Okay, so without further ado, and feel free, you guys, hearts and likes and any sort of questions or comments. You guys are welcome to pop in. Hi, guys. Oh, hi. So fun to see you on. Hello, hello. All right. So 6 ways to know you'll never lose weight again. Number 1, dieting is harder. You just don't feel as motivated. like you used to get really excited and geared up for like, okay, we're starting on Monday. And now your brain has just become resistant to the idea of deprivation. Like instead of being excited about dieting, like you start dreading it. And when you do go onto your diet, it's like less clean. I'm putting that in quotes, right? So before, when you'd be like, okay, let's measure exactly how many ounces of chicken we need. Now you just sort of like, oh, that's okay. And oh, it's not super exact. And, croutons are not a big deal. And the things that you used to be really exact with, you're just not anymore. Like it's just gotten sloppy and you're more resistant to it. So number one is dieting is getting harder. Number two is that you're yo-yoing up and down with your weight is actually now escalating your weight. So you used to go up and down, right? And maybe you still think really like check yourself here. Like just be honest with yourself about this. This may or may not be happening yet, but a lot of times this is what happens is we get tricked into thinking that we are gaining weight, but then we're losing it again. But it's just not the case. You're yo-yoing up and down so you feel some temporary relief because your weight goes down, but it comes back faster and then some. So you're yo-yoing, like look at over the last 6 months. What was your low weight 6 months ago? And what was your high weight 6 months ago? Now, what is your low weight and what is your high weight? If your low weight is higher and your high weight is higher, you're not yo-yoing, you're gaining weight. It's just going like this, and it's going up and up and up. You lose 5, you gain 6. You lose 5, you gain 7. You lose 5, you gain 4. You lose 4, you gain 8. That's going up. That's weight gain. That's not yo-yoing. So number 2 is your yo-yoing is actually escalating your weight. Number 3 is that you can't stick to a diet nearly as long. It's like the first time you stuck to your diet for 8 months and you lost 50 pounds. Whoa, and you posted your before and after pictures online and everyone celebrated with you. And now you've gained all that weight back. And now when you try to diet, you can't go for more than a month. And now you can't go for more than 3 days. And you start again feeling like something's really wrong with you. And then you even think of starting on Monday and you're binging all weekend because you know that you're starting on Monday. So now it's getting even worse because even the thought of dieting, like now you can't even get started. And your binging gets worse just with the thought of getting started. We coached a woman who had gained 100 pounds just knowing that at some point she was going to have to diet again and lose it. And that had her psychologically in a place where she was binging and she gained 100 pounds. And no, she never started her diet, but she always knew she was going to, and that's what drove her binging. Number 4 is the weight comes off slower and then the weight comes back on faster. So just look at this for a minute. How long did it used to take to lose 10 pounds? Maybe think a year ago or 5 years ago. Now, how long did it used to take to gain 10 pounds at that point? Oh man, I lost 10 pounds. Man, I lost 10 pounds in a month. Like I just got right on clean eating and it was just, gone. And I thought I was there forever, but yeah, over the past year, it just crept back on. And now it's like, it took me 6 months to lose 10 pounds and I binged and it came on overnight. I gained it in a day and the binging gets worse. And so it comes back on faster. Look at your behavior. Look at what's happening. When you are binging, do you ever have the thought of like, man, it's like I'm trying to gain weight back. I'm eating like I'm trying to gain weight, eating until I'm sick and then waiting until I can eat again and then eating until I'm sick. Like, no wonder I gained 10 pounds in 3 days. All right, number 5, that you start trying more extreme measures. Okay, well, now you're looking into surgery or you've gotten surgery. The things that you're looking at to lose weight is more and more dangerous stuff. What it shows is that you're running out of options, is that you're eliminating things that don't work anymore. Like regular diets don't work. Oh, lifestyle changes don't work. Now we need surgery. Now we need this weird pill. Now we need this dangerous stuff. That shows that you're running out of options, which means that you're getting toward this point. And then number 6 is that the rapid weight gain starts. Your metabolism is broken and it's done. We've coached women who are gaining 10 pounds a week. It comes on really rapidly and it does not come back off. And honestly, you guys, there are things that we cannot fix. We end eating disorders, but we cannot fix things that are broken. Like, you know, there are health issues that come from the binging, when your metabolism breaks, when you push up your set point, that you can't undo. You can't undo that. And so a lot of times that, you know, people are afraid, like, you know, it's been too long, or I've gone too far, or, you know, I can never lose the weight. And then it actually keeps them, because they're so scared, from doing something about it. And they keep on trying to lose the weight, like trying to convince themselves like, oh, but maybe there is a way. No, like if you're afraid that it's been too long and you've gone too far and you can't lose the weight anymore, what's the alternative of not doing something else, of not doing something that isn't that thing that you've been trying for so long? The alternative is to stay exactly where you're at. And if those 6 things, if you're like 4 out of 6, okay. Like now is the time. If you're 1 out of 6, okay, now is the time. If you're 6 out of 6, well, now is definitely the time. If that's what you want, if you want to be done and if you want to be free. But honestly, like if you look honestly at what you have experienced and what you've done, and if you feel like, you know what, no, I have the answer, it's just going to be another diet. It's just going to be the right way of eating. Like, it's just going to be like, I'm almost there. Like if you think that that is going to work for you, if you think that's going to fix your behavior for the rest of your life, if you think that you can find a diet and it will fix your binge eating that you've been struggling with for 40 years, then you might not be ready. This might not be the thing for you. But if you're done, like if you're just like, I don't want to keep going this way, I don't want to keep doing the thing that makes it worse, then what you can do is you can pop over and you can go to Lydia or lifewithlydia.com/apply, and you can book a session with our team. And we're going to help you to be able to do things in a new way for you specifically, and really get that clarity of what's going on so you know what to do to be able to fix this. Because the alternative is to keep going on the path that you're on. Maybe the rapid weight gain hasn't started for you. Okay. But what I want you guys to understand is that we have so many people come to us because they're gaining 10 pounds a week, because they can't stick to a diet more than 3 days, because they have so many of these 6 things happening for them. And what would be awesome for you, if you're listening to this and you want to be done, is to be able to fix that before you get to that point. Now, if you're at that point, awesome. Would love to help you if it's a fit. Either way, we would love to help you with that session and get you the foundation of freedom. But one thing to be aware of is that you don't have to wait. A lot of people come to us because they've exhausted every other option. You can learn from other people's mistakes. You don't have to do it all and waste 20 years of your own life and trying stuff that just breaks things worse. And so if you want to do that, if you want to be done, you can go to lifewithlydia.com/apply. And we can guarantee what's going to happen if you don't fix this in a way that works, right? And that's the cool thing, is that the focus is not weight loss, of course, but a really cool thing that happens is that with women in our program, they've been trying for 40 years to try to manipulate their body to get it to lose weight. And then what happens is when they just end the binge eating and they're not eating the 1 million extra calories a year, if their set point is lower than where their weight has been escalated to because of the binging, they, for the first time in their lives, just drop weight effortlessly. Effortlessly. They're not trying to lose weight. They're not trying to diet. They're not, even weighing themselves. They're just like, oh, whoa, I need new pants. Weird, crazy. And it's literally something they've never experienced before in their lives. But it just gets to be a side effect of actually fixing the problem, which is the binge eating and the restrictive dieting, and being able to get out of that cycle and see your body show up. So thanks so much for being on, you guys. Adore you. Mwah. This is Lydia, the lifestyle coach, signing off. Thanks for being part of this, and we'll talk soon.